Happy Halloween and welcome to DreamcastHub.com's first Halloween special. We're going to be going over Alone in the Dark while being alone in the dark. Let's go. If there's one thing I like to do on Halloween, it's play survival horror on the Dreamcast. One of the most quintessentially Halloween games out there, and it's Alone in the Dark, a new nightmare for the Sega Dreamcast. We're going to take a look at why this needs to become part of your tradition.
You're brought up to speed on the story through an intro that looks like the beginning of a movie. I've actually always liked this intro. It feels like you're about to watch a scary movie. You find out that Edward's friend, Charles Fisk, has died mysteriously on an even more mysterious island. You're about to go investigate.
Department. Name Fisk. First name Charles. Date of birth, February 17th, 1944. Presumed date of death, October 24th, 2001.
Now you go to the character select screen. You either select Edward or Aline. Before you go crying Resident Evil 2, this was also done in the original Alone in the Dark.
On my door, a dull brass plate.
Just a little less drama to the story
detective.
presentation on the old one.
The few friends I have call me Carnby. The others call me the Reptile.
A lot of people consider this a Resident Evil clone, mainly because you start out selecting a male or a female character like you do in Resident Evil 2. Forgetting that the series Alone in the Dark was actually the inspiration for Resident Evil itself, to which Shinji Mikami has given credit to.
This game is similar in many ways, but for all the same reasons it's similar to the original Alone in the Dark. This is the fourth in the series some consider a reboot. I absolutely love the sound design in this game. It was created by two music composers over the course of 6 months. It's a culmination of werewolf howls, screams, and lightning strikes. The sound effects in this game are like one of those old Halloween sound effect cassette tapes. It's great, it gives that feel. That mixed with a Nine Inch Nails style soundtrack, just a cool vibe with a nostalgic touch. The gunshots sound nice, if a bit blunt and loud. There are about 6 different kinds of footsteps for the different surfaces. It's just a lot of attention to detail in this area. The graphics are presented in a revolutionary way for the time. So they used pre-rendered backgrounds, but bring them to life through the use of light. It's a stunning effect that takes away the flatness of a typical pre-rendered background while helping to immerse you in the room you're exploring. The camera angles are just as good as Resident Evil, if not occasionally more ahead of their time and experimental. The way the game delivers on tasteful jump scares is underrated. Water effects are nice, lighting is outstanding, even your character has rendered shadows. Even the mirrors have reflections. Basic trick they pulled by having a duplicate of yourself in the room you're in on the other side. It's an effective method. There were games as late as 2009 without mirrors and reflections, though there are small pitfalls to using this method. The locations are dark and gritty, varied and continue that Halloween theme. You don't feel like you're exploring the same hallways all night. There are woods, mansions, courtyards, sewers, and lots more to explore. The monsters are very detailed, and there are many different kinds to be found. Everything from zombie dogs, normal dogs killed by the creatures of darkness only to return undead. I genuinely felt bad putting the dogs down after they were just dragging their back leg. To the stomach chomper zombies. There are also huge jumping spiders, all the classics. This game was a labor of love, and you can tell. As I said before, you select between one of two characters. Edward Carnby plays more like a typical Resident Evil style with running when you can, killing when you must. His characteristic is he owns a double-barrel handgun. But honestly, because of all the times I've run through the same halls, I just wind up killing everything. And Aline plays a slight bit different. You don't start out with a gun. You do have a flashlight, however, and it almost feels like a different game in the beginning. You find out, as Aline, fairly early on, that there are monsters that are scared of the light, as you are not really alone in the dark.
I can see you.
Light dispels the shadows, but light also reveals the shadows.
Some can be killed with just a flashlight, some are just scared of it and will retreat from the light, skulking back into the shadows when the light is shown upon them. Some just require good old-fashioned bullets. Now these characters meet up throughout the game as their stories intertwine, and after anything happens story-related, you can actually select the walkie-talkie to chat with the others so you can feel like you're still in contact with someone.
I met someone called Eden Shaw.
And what'd you find out?
He knows a lot more than he's saying. He says he never saw Fisk, the friend I told you about.
It's
What do you
comforting.
make of that?
One of two things. Either he's telling the truth, and Johnson and his...
The controls are nice enough. You feel like you can hit the target when you need to. As much as you would like to just run by the monsters, that's usually easier said than done, especially in the narrow corridors. As I said before, my method is to kill everything I come across, so I don't have to deal with them every time I'm exploring. Haven't had an issue with ammo yet. The guns have a good boom, and even the revolver has enough kick to feel effective. You kind of auto-aim up or down depending on where the monster is in front of you. The weapons have a very steampunk vibe to them, from the double-barrel, double-cylinder revolver and the triple-barrel shotgun to the lightning gun you get later on. Everything is classic with a twist. I want to leave you with some surprises, so play this little gem and find out what else you have in store. The save system, in lieu of ink ribbons, uses save charms that you collect throughout the game. You could save anywhere you want though, so this does feel a lot more forgiving. Nothing like finding an ink ribbon only to have to travel 10 minutes to the nearest typewriter. The only downside is you're never sure when to save. This game is really top tier. It's a AAA title through and through. Loads of polish, nothing feels half-assed. While the voice acting can be hammy, you could tell they really gave it a shot. It's a great example of survival horror on the Dreamcast and an awesome addition to any collection. At under $40 or so, it's quite affordable too. This game was well received critically, but now everyone has forgotten about it. You can finish it in about 10 hours altogether, and I tried to keep spoilers and Disc 2 content to a minimum so you have some weapons and monsters to look forward to finding on your own. Head back to Shadow Island and experience this amazing world once more. Well, maybe next Halloween you too can celebrate with Alone in the Dark. Even as this review is being released, I'm answering the door, handing out candy, and playing it. Happy Halloween.